The U.S. government plans to provide $2 billion in grant funding to 9 quantum computing firms, according to the Commerce Department. This news was first reported by the Wall Street Journal. In exchange, the government will receive equity stakes in the companies, a move that aligns with the Trump administration's ongoing strategy to take ownership positions in industrial and technology manufacturers. Legacy tech firm IBM is expected to receive the largest grant, worth about $1 billion, which it will use alongside $1 billion of its own funds to build a quantum chip foundry to build the specialized semiconductors necessary to power quantum computers in the U.S. The company announced that in a separate press release on Thursday. Another chip maker, Global Foundries, is expected to get $375 million, the company announced in its own press release, and said it would be used to scale its own quantum computing hardware manufacturing. At least 3 more quantum firms are expecting $100 million each: D-Wave Quantum, Rigetti Computing, and Inflection, according to the Journal's report. The deals have not been finalized, the Journal reported, and the Commerce Department did not immediately return a request for comment from Forbes. The money for the $2 billion in grant funding is coming from the CHIPS and Science Act, the bill signed by former President Joe Biden in 2022, intended to subsidize semiconductor manufacturing in the United States. At this point, it is unclear how the equity stakes are structured for most of these deals. D-Wave told the Wall Street Journal the entire $100 billion would be treated as an equity investment, and Rigetti and Inflection said they were making similar deals. In its press release, Global Foundries said the government's equity stake was a, quote, separate agreement, and would equate to, quote, approximately 1% ownership as of today's date. Since Trump returned to office in 2025, the federal government has made the unusual step to take equity stakes in critical tech and industrial firms. In July, the Pentagon announced it would become the largest shareholder in MP Materials, a rare earths mining company, to counter China's dominance in the industry. Later in 2025, the government expanded this strategy into tech firms, taking a 10% equity stake in Intel and turning the federal government into the chipmaker's 3rd largest shareholder.